Career as a venture capitalist, gave it all up to teach wrestling to the youth.
Now she's one of the most sought-after combat sports coaches, and not just here in the DMV. Chad Ricardo live here in studio with her story. Chad.
That's right. Man, I love this story here. It's one of the favorite that I have told in quite some time. Imagine, if you will, being a 40-something-year-old mother of two, you're going through a divorce. Over the last 2 years, you've lost both your mother and your father. You're considering a career change, and one day, while watching your son's wrestling practice, you offer an innocent piece of advice that changes the course of your life as well as others. That's the unlikely story of Coach Carolyn Wester. Once a venture capitalist in California, Wester noticed what she determined to be a fundamental flaw in the basic wrestling techniques of her son as well as others. Despite the fact that Wester herself had never wrestled, she began to teach the importance of body technique and the natural progressions of muscle movement. Starting out with the youth, Wester would go on to earn the respect and become friends with the likes of Daniel Cormier, Nurmagomedov, and many of the other top athletes in combat sports. Here's Wester on why teaching these skills to the youth are important for their development in life.
I really felt like wrestling was this sport where no matter your gender or your pre-genetic disposition, meaning, all weight classes, and you couldn't depend on other people, that this was just this incredible sport that forced people to learn how to take risks, to accept responsibility, to learn how to fail, what the world calls failing, which is actually probably succeeding.
Now, Wester would go on to become the first woman coach to be chief corner in an MMA championship match. She told me that as much as she appreciates coaching the stars, her passions just start with the youth and their development. She describes her coaching as being scientific-based, focusing on angles, focusing on leverage and how an individual can best use their body to defeat the body of their best opponent. Here are two of Wester's pupils on what makes her training truly unique.
How she coaches is super unique, and I mean, no other coach I know has ever done that.
It just instantly clicked. You go, oh, that's much more efficient, and it's faster and more effective. I think it was both. It was efficient and it was effective. And so right away, to me, it was out with the old, in with the new. Let's start incorporating this stuff.
Carolyn Wester of WrestlingPrep.com. Not only does she train some of the top athletes in the country, but they also have a nonprofit. It's called Friends of Wrestling Prep that offers 3 days a week of free training to DMV student athletes during the late summer months. We'll have more on that on Fox5DC.com. Great story.
Just incredible. How many times have we seen parents on the sideline and you say, do you know more than the coach? And she's like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do actually.
This is like a calling. My mind is still blown how she came to this scientific development that now is going to, help the future of wrestling.
Yeah, looking at the angles.
All right.
Truly
so
responsible.
Cool.
All right, Chad, thank you. We appreciate it. Well, we're wrestling with this.